I went to Lehigh University, like I said, and I worked most of my way through school. I worked about 35 hours a week at a local microbrewery. So I did not get as involved as I wanted to. And so when I was looking at opportunities for school, I wanted to find the right fit, someplace that I felt like I could really, hopefully be, a big fish in a small pond with a lot of other big fish. And I think that that was something that I really found at AU and that I was really looking for. And during my application process, it became pretty obvious that if I wanted to, have a big stake in not just the academic portion, but the graduate student experience that I could at AU. So that's why I came to Kogod.
I think one of the things, I'm a part-time student, and one of the things I was, originally worrying about was if I normally work till, 6:30 or 7. I think in DC we're all like work for Workaholics Anonymous, or members of Workaholics Anonymous, and I was concerned about having to leave the office at 4:30 twice a day to make it to class at 5:30. And, will the office survive without me? And, because I'm so critical. And found that it's okay, and you can make it work. And, I have great, incredible support from the people that I work with at my office. And so I'm able to leave with 100% peace of mind, knowing that nothing is going to happen in the office that can't be taken care of in my absence. And so being able to come here, and so that when I'm here, I'm 100% focused on school, and that when I'm at work, I'm 100% focused on work. And that gives, my classmates and my professors the confidence that I'm here and I'm committed and I want to learn everything I can. And it gives my employees and my bosses when I'm at work knowledge that I'm there, committed, I can take on new responsibilities, and I can continue to contribute to the overall goals of the company. So I found that it's okay. It's okay.
I say what led me to my decision to come here is sort of a mixture of a few things. One, I wanted to go back to school part-time. I didn't really want to leave the Washington metropolitan area. And so when I was looking at possible institutions I could go to, I wanted a mix of really good faculty, really bright students, and, for lack of a better word, a good atmosphere. Faculty that I wanted to interact with, students that I wanted to interact with, to me seemed like the people that once I finished, I would continue to communicate with and would want to work with. So that was sort of what coalesced into me deciding to go to American versus the other options. And also, I'm sure you'll find this with any school in the Washington, D.C. area, but it was a good mix of people not only from the United States, but from overseas, which of course played into my decision for international business.
I'll be honest, I was terrified to come to business school with my background, absolutely terrified. I thought my classmates would look at me and be like, oh, she majored in music, what does she know? She doesn't know anything, she doesn't have experience. And it has been the exact opposite, and that's why I totally love this program. There's diversity not only in ethnic backgrounds, but diversity in people and diversity in experience, which I think is really one of the biggest things that makes American special. And I was saying this earlier to one of you, that I feel like I'm the only one that ever has seen my background as a hindrance. Everyone here looks at it as making me unique. On projects, I get to do something a little bit different. I come at things a different way than my classmates do. And it's really been a driving force for me in this program. So I know many of you probably have not majored in business. Don't worry about that. A lot of my classmates come from humanities backgrounds, and it really is not a hindrance in class or in associating with the other professionals that you'll be working with.
And I completely agree. My reason was very similar. I had committed to staying in the Washington, D.C. area, so I was looking for a program that would be small enough and personal enough that I could take my political background and apply it to business, and also have that support from my classmates and my professors to help me to excel. And also, Kogod, as we just spoke about, as Tracy spoke about, has a lot of leadership opportunities, and that was important to me. I wanted to take full advantage of my time at Kogod, so it was a very clear choice.
I guess also piggyback on the last two, but I have an English degree and I minored in economics and worked in publishing for the most part. Was sort of concerned about going back some of the schools I was considering were hyper-competitive, and I was not looking forward to getting into an environment as someone in his late 20s who had to compete day in and day out against my classmates. And coming here, I realized pretty quickly that it's not the environment. You compete against yourself, and classes are far from easy, but you're put in a situation where you work closely with your classmates. Everyone's really willing to help out, and as I think Megan mentioned, every group you're in has someone from a different background than you, whether it be finance, accounting, nonprofit, public policy, something. So you always find your niche, and you're willing to, or you have the ability to contribute not only what you knew coming in, but learn a lot about the stuff the other people specialized in before. So, and also I went to a relatively large state school and sort of got lost in the crowd. And this is sort of my second chance to think about what I really wanted out of a program. And I didn't necessarily need to be a big fish among other big fish, but it was nice coming in here where you're definitely an important cog in the Kogod machine. Because the program is so small, everything you have to say, all your opinions, how you think things could be improved upon, or things that aren't working are taken to heart, and you can see the program actually shifting and moving in the way that is best for the students. So I really appreciated that aspect of being in school.